When you're at school, did you realize 1 out of 5 dudes are depressed? If you were in a class of 30, that's up to 6 dudes suffering. Depression's a real thing, guy. It's there whether you know it or not. We hope you enjoy this animation and hopefully by the end, you understand just that little bit more. Hey guys, Kyle here. We all know the word that haunts the majority of society in the Western world. Depression. No, shut up! We all know the word. In fact, the number of patients actually diagnosed by the disorder increases by almost 20% every year. And that's a big deal. The word depression comes from the Latin depresso, originating from the Latin deprimere, meaning press down, which is literally what depression does to your mood. 121 million people. That's the amount of people around the world currently suffering with depression. That's like filling the O2 Arena in London over 6,000 times. And that's definitely scary. In fact, off the top of my head, I could potentially name over 20 individuals I know who have or have had depression, and over 50 who have been affected. People are a lot closer than you think. Depression is defined as feelings of severe despondency and dejection, referring to a low state of mind. After a deep conversation with the Kiwi, we have created a definition we believe is more correct. When what you want and what your goals are conflict with day-to-day pressures, expectations and stresses to the point where it affects daily function. It makes the individual have low self-worth and a lack of motivation, as well as changing eating, drinking and sleeping cycles, which shows an even greater health risk. This can consequently affect school, work and casual actions in life. But it doesn't stop there. Clinical depression is defined as a depression so severe as to be considered abnormal, either because of no obvious environmental cause, or because the reaction to unfortunate life circumstances is more intense or prolonged than would generally be expected. As you can tell, this definition is a lot more extreme, and does in fact represent the severity of the disorder. Taking your own life is literally the line here. Examples could be childhood trauma, divorce, bullying, and other forms of mental strain that the average individual could experience. In the past, depression was shown to be nothing more than a chemical imbalance within the brain, more specifically, the lack of serotonin, the feel-good chemical. But this was only supported by the fact that drugs, including serotonin, did help raise the mood of the individual, but it's a lot more than that. Scientists have found the hippocampus, which controls memory and emotion, is a lot smaller in the brain of a depressed person than of someone who isn't. The size even shrinks the longer the person has actually been depressed, reducing the cells and connections in that specific area. Now, how does depression feel? Long story short, you feel empty, worthless, and almost not alive. Most who do suffer tend to hide away from others in fear of being harassed or pestered for questioning. And it really isn't fun to be in that state of mind. A lot of people do say, "I'll be there for you," but most don't actually understand the experience or the feelings behind it. If you do know someone suffering, just be there for them. Make sure they're okay. Cheer them up if you will. But I swear to God, if I ever hear you say "get over it," I will water smack you in the mouth. If depression was so easy to get over, why do millions suffer every day? The awareness of depression is pretty high, but not high enough for full funding. Us as a society should be more aware to those who are depressed and provide support where needed. Love those who seem down, show them they matter. Make a difference in their life. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.